Good afternoon. You're listening to WCEG Network. We are a worldwide community empowerment group where we speak life into the community. Log on to WCEGTalkRadio.com. Watch us live on your smart TV, on your Roku, cable channel, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and now on Fanbase, Blue Sky, and Twitch. Search for WCEG and subscribe on all social media platforms. Thank you for attending for the next hour. I, Jeremy Walker, will be your host of Vets 2.0 with my co-host, Tiffany Morman. Download our free WCG mobile app and then say, Alexa, play WCEG Talk Radio. Listen to WCEG on any of our 12 podcast distribution platforms. Last but not least, our disclaimer. The topics and opinions are those of the show host and the guest and not WCEG Media Enterprise. Thank you for your continued support, and now we'll turn it over to Tiffany.
Good morning. Good morning, my brother. How are you today?
I get taller every day, every day. That's right. I'm excited to have
Yeah,
this group of people today. So, how are you?
I'm excited as well. It's been a long time coming. Of course, we are talking about our eighth annual health fair that a lot of veterans put a lot of effort into this event every year for like the last 8 years. And we've got some great guests today. All of our guests today are people that I have worked with personally for many years, and people that I support on a very regular, consistent, and on purpose basis here. So, should I introduce them now, Jeremy, or should
Yeah,
we go
yeah,
over?
let's do it.
Okay, so real quick, what we're talking about is the health fair tomorrow at VFW Post 6449. And it is a collaboration of the Veterans Helping Veterans, Headquarters Atlanta organization. These are all nonprofits. It's also the Atlanta chapter of the Triple Nickels, which is the Robert F. Green chapter of the Triple Nickels, a national organization. And we are part of the Southeast region. I'm a lifetime member of that. I'm also a lifetime member of the VFW Post 6449. And I'm also on the board of Feeding Georgia Families as their treasurer right now. So without further ado, I think I'll start with Cynthia Barron, who is the coordinator and leader of this event this year. She has taken a lot of time and done great meetings, task sheets, staying on our butts to make sure that we are doing what we said we're going to do this year. It is very organized. Cynthia Barron is a retired sergeant major. I'm not going to give you her whole bio, but let me just talk about it. She's a retired
Okay.
sergeant major. We served together in Arson right here at Fort McPherson in Georgia, here, Atlanta, Georgia. She is a HR instructor. When you want something done right, that's who you're going to. Okay. So without further
Okay.
ado, my sister Cynthia Barron, would you please give us a little bit more of your bio, sis?
Yes, good morning, my dear sister Tiffany. Very nice to meet you, Jeremy, and Prentice also, who will be coming up. Like Tiffany said, I retired from the Army in 2011 from Arcent there at Fort McPherson, and what used to be Fort McPherson. I am a lifetime member of the Triple Nickels and I'm the secretary for the Robert F. Green chapter of the Triple Nickels here in Atlanta. And I'm also a lifetime member of the VFW Post 6449 located in
Mhm.
Fairburn. I am also a part of the South Fulton Running Partners. This is a running club established in 1979. We've been going strong. And I'm also on the board of directors for Joseph and Sarah Caring for Veterans, which is a nonprofit that houses homeless veterans.
Okay. Awesome.
So I'm very happy to be here with you and excited to talk about our upcoming event on tomorrow.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank
you,
you. Thank you for
Cynthia.
your participation. Yeah.
Thank
Let's
you,
let's move
Cynthia.
on over to Prentice. Let's talk to the commander real quick and get some information about him, Tiffany.
Okay, so Prentice Baker again is someone who I also served with active duty here at Fort McPherson in Atlanta, Georgia. We all kind of retired at the same time because if you think back to 2011, we did a BRAC movement on Fort McPherson out to Shaw Air Force Base and Fort Bragg and a few other places, right? But so Prentice was um, full board colonel, yes. And he was one of the main guys helping us close out the arson side of Fort McPherson. Um, we did a lot of movement, we did a lot of logistics, and so that was that. So then years later, here comes the VFW Post 6449, and our fearless first commander, past commander George Fields, this is his best friend. Prentice Baker, best buddies for I think more than 35 years now, if I'm not mistaken. Prentice, take your phone off mute so you can chime in when I say George Fields again. But best buddies, 35 years plus. So George was the commander, Prentice was the senior commander, and I was the junior vice commander at VFW Post 6449. We rocked it out, all American. George came out of command. Prentice took command. I'm going real fast here, but I just want to show you how great he is. Not only is he our current commander and was the past commander, but he's also a lead deacon at his church. He's also like big birthday guy. He's also big NFL college football guy. Anything, he's also doing project management right now at the Post, doing wonderful renovations, much needed renovations. And him and his wife, Jackie, bless them, they are taking a lot of time and doing this. And without further ado, let me let Prentice Baker finish his bio. Go ahead, sir. Good morning.
Hey, well, good afternoon. The first thing, man, let me thank all you all here on the screen here. All of you are very, very special to me. And I tell anybody, man, Tiffany and Cynthia and Allie are three of the hardest working people that I know in their profession. And they make my job extremely easy because once I see that they have connected themselves to an event, I know that it's going to be done right and it's going to be done professionally. So first of all, kudos to you. And then my brother Jeremy, I only met him about 6 months ago, but he is a go-getter. We are affiliated together in the Veterans Coalition Foundation. We're doing a lot of great work together. So it just went full circle when he told me that he knew Tiffany. But I live by myself. I'm an old country boy from Alabama. I spent about 27 years in the military. And you know, she already told me I'm rolling with the tide and I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So if you want to stay on my good side, when you talk about those two organizations, talk about them out of my hearing so I don't get upset. But hey, then I retired from Atlanta Public Schools. After I retired out of the military in 2013, I went into education for 10 years. I was the director of JROTC for Atlanta Public Schools. And then I retired from that about a year and a half ago. So now I've just spending all of my time partnering with organizations that I really believe in what they're doing. And that's where I give my time. I said time is like money to me. And I don't give my money and time away lightly. I like to win. I'm associated with good people, great organization, and we're partnering, we're pulling in the same direction. So that's just a little bit about me. I've been in this chair here off and on for about 5 years as a commander. I'm a member of the Triple Nipples, American Legion, anything that can oversee and help those veterans. And as long as we're moving in the right direction, you got a teammate in me. So thank y'all so much for having me today.
Yeah, thank you, Brandon, for your time today, bro. Yep.
Busy man. He's a busy man. I forgot that he was our leader of the JROTCs. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we gave he helped us get a lot of scholarships and a lot of golfers. We gave a lot of scholarships and we did a lot of golfing. That's right. Yeah. And so I'm glad that we went in this order, Jeremy. Let me tell you why. Because Cynthia and Prentice are the two main people who led me to Alicia Rivera, Feeding Georgia Families. Back in 2019 is when I met Feeding Georgia Families. How did we meet Feeding Georgia Families? They came to the VFW Post in Fairburn, and we were setting up a food giveaway line in the basement of the VFW. And that was right before COVID. Remember, I just said 2019. Mm-hmm. So in 2020, everything shut down. The park shut down. And right away, the Rivera family and the team over there at Feeding Georgia Family started having just one after the other situations. And my God, the way that Prentice Baker, Cynthia Barron, George Fields, Will, the whole team at the VFW, we just jumped in and wrapped our arms around the team at Feeding Georgia Families. And they did the same thing back to us. They embraced us, we embraced them. And so right now to this day, it's been 6 years now. I told you already that I'm the treasurer on her board. That's how much I believe in what Feeding Georgia Families is doing. So, Ms. Rivera, please take your phone off mute so that I can give a little more bio, and then you can come in and finish the bio. I want to tell you all that Allie is married to a Army veteran, Army only
Yeah.
branch, and she is definitely the bomb military spouse who knows her role of supporting the community and taking her husband to that VA hospital and making sure that he's taking those medicines, and you know what military spouses do. So without further ado, please, I call her Allie. If you would please finish your bio, ma'am.
So I'm Alicia Rivera. I'm the Chief Financial Officer for Feeding Georgia Families. My main role is to acquire sponsors and donors and to coordinate community partnerships. That means pretty much everything, right?
Allie is
I
married to
believe,
a veteran, Army only branch.
no worries, no worries. So I believe in the importance of giving with an open heart to those in need. There are no requirements or judgment here. It's just a group of people dedicated to giving to those around us and each other, you know, giving a helping hand in the moments it's needed the most. I've worked with Feeding Georgia Families as the co-founder and CFO for over 15 years. We're on year 16. I've established partnerships with over 175 nonprofit organizations to distribute food across the state of Georgia, and I've established a nationwide distribution program to reach more people in need. I hold a Bachelor of Arts with an emphasis in business management, psychology, and public service because I'm that person. I can't settle on one thing. I had to do everything. And so I'm currently completing an EMBA as well. So that's just a little bit about me.
Wow.
So good.
Look, we got the full gamut going on. We got the colonel, we got the sergeant major, we got the first sergeant over here, the commando. I'm telling you, we can't go wrong, right? And then
Yes,
we're
sir.
always supported by the family members. So it's like, look, we got a powerhouse with this team. So I'm loving how it's sounding right now. I think Mr. Herman just jumped in. Let's
And
see.
I do see Miss Carolyn. I do see Miss
There you go.
Carolyn in there too.
There you go.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Miss Carolyn.
Uh-oh, she's
You're
on
muted.
mute. She's on mute. That's her. That's Herman's wife, our coach, our co-president, and we are seeing. She's going to take herself off of mute here in a second.
Yeah.
Miss Carolyn is holding it down for Mr. Herman. I see.
Okay, I was just
There you go.
microphone. Okay, I just got back from the spa, so that's why you see.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what was the question? I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How you doing today?
Well, I'm doing well. I just got back, getting my nails done, facial, pedicure, hot rocks, all that. So I feel really good.
So you could have took us with you for this one, man. That's good. Well, you feeling real good. So tell us tell us a little bit about yourself since you're feeling real good right now.
Okay, all right. I am a retired educator with, I guess now probably about 40 years total. I was a teacher, started off as a teacher. Then I was an instructional lead. From there, I was promoted to principal. I stayed in the principalship, I guess, about 15 years or more. In 2 different schools. I opened a new school when I was in the principalship. When I retired, in 2006, I started working with the Department of Education. So instead of having one school, I had a caseload of schools. So I got to see a lot of things, especially high schools, because that was not really my area with high schools. Let's see. I am a member of Turner Chapel AME Church, and I am active in various ministries. Let's see. I am married. Herman and I have been married 39 years. This past November, this past Herman helped me. I'm embarrassed now.
I'm gonna tell her.
No, don't tell.
That's a beautiful thing.
39 years. I guess I'm too relaxed from all that. And we have 3 kids, 3 adult kids. Let's see. What else do you want to know?
No, we just want to just know a little background about yourself with everybody
Okay,
that's
well, pretty much all of
Yeah.
my experiences in education. I did.
Yes,
I was an adjunct professor for a while I was doing all that. I have a doctorate degree, so that's about it as far as my education. I actually have. I got an EDS specialist degree because I didn't really think that I would get a doctorate, but
Mhm.
then opportunity presented itself, so I did. So I have, the BS. I have a Master of Education, and I have the EDS, Educational Specialist, and I have a doctorate in
Okay.
educational leadership. So the last part of my career was in leadership.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And now we can get your better half online and let him tell a little bit about what he does, and then we'll start moving into the health fair.
Okay,
Hey,
that
Mr.
sounds
Herman, how you
good.
doing?
Let's see how many years he says he was married.
I mean,
Hey,
good afternoon, there. Good afternoon, everyone. This
I
is
didn't mean
Herman
to.
How you
Anderson.
doing?
I'm a veteran, helping veteran, old guy. Uh, uh, what? To answer Tiffany's question, I've been married 39 years.
Okay.
So we can move on from that.
Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, and now, and then
Well,
again, we're going to be talking about the health fair. So,
well,
what is it you?
I'm going to keep it short about myself. No, I've been with WCEG Media from the beginning. I'm one of the original people of the organization, and veterans today has been around for over 10 years. My host and myself, Anthony Aiken, and myself, been doing this program. So you guys, the new version of it, and doing a great job. That's about it. And we can talk about uh, the health fair, and I know you got quite a few people on, and keep it moving. So it's as far as the veteran helping veterans and Triple Nickel and VFW, the 3 of us are sponsoring the health fair. Uh, we have a great event planned. We have plenty of vendors there. We have speakers there. We have VA people there to help you with the claim. My organization will be there with Veteran Helping Veterans. We are one of the sponsors, so we'll be there to help make sure the event is going great.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Mr. Herman. We appreciate you.
Oh, I
So,
Jeremy.
remember when we were married, August 12th, and we got married in 1986.
Ooh, okay. August.
okay.
Okay.
Well, Tiffany, go right ahead. I see you want to go ahead with a question.
Well, I want to I should have said this before Mr. Herman, who I call dad. I should have said this before he started speaking. He entered the room as the non-army person, you guys. He's actually Air Force.
We won't hold that against him, but we all, one team, one fight, as we like to say. So, for the group, how did the healthcare come about? I know you said this is like the 8th year.
Yes, it is. So I failed to mention that I'm also one of the charter members of the Veterans Helping Veterans with Herman Anderson. Back in 2012, immediately upon my retirement, me and Cynthia joined that organization, and we helped write up the bylaws, right, Cynthia, and all of that. It was like 8 of us over there. and over there on Washington Road in East Point, right? And
With Mr. Jackson.
with Mr. Jackson, God bless his soul, rest in peace, sir. Nate Boyton, rest in peace. But so Veterans Helping Veterans, we used to go to the Fort McPherson domiciliary and do the stand down reveille. And that was a really good big event that Triple Nichols used to go with Jim Morton. Remember, we used to go out there with Jim and Bessie to the Fort
Yes.
McPherson
Yes.
with the Triple Nichols and Veterans Helping Veterans. And so we just saw a need, Jeremy. The reason why Veterans Helping Veterans even came about in the first place was because a lot of resources in Atlanta was always going to North Atlanta, North Fulton, North everything, right? Never anything down in the South.
Right.
So except for Fort McPherson, and there's so many military retirees and military spouses and not dependents, family members, excuse me, down in the South that weren't getting hardly any services. So that is how we even started the health fair. Was 1 year Veterans Helping Veterans. We had the Morehouse medical team come out, and we started doing like the blood pressure checks and just getting some. We didn't have the free food at that time, so we were serving some, like barbecue or something right there at that time. That's before we met Allie. But before, so like the first one was just basically the Morehouse guys coming out. We had some of the Fort McPherson guys come out, and we gave out a lot of socks and clothes and tried to work with some homeless haircuts and things of that nature. And so now this one here, I'll turn this right over to Cynthia because she's the taskmaster. She's going to tell you how many vendors we have compared to like maybe 10 the first time. It wasn't even 10. It was like all of us and those Morehouse guys. Cynthia, please take it away.
Yes, good morning again. I missed those other health fairs that we did in the past, but I thought about something that we could do for the community. I tell you, if you want to go, there's a saying that says, if you want to go fast, go by yourself, but if you want to go far, go together. So I will tell you, as a lifetime member of the VFW and the Triple Nickel, we have gone so much further together. Both organizations have prospered, and we decided that we wanted to do a health fair for the community, and it has come together. We have 35 vendors. We have Morehouse that will be coming out, and they'll be doing promotions on brain health and awareness, how to get your brain to age gracefully. We have free massages. If you know a veteran or you are a veteran and you need to submit a disability claim, tomorrow at the VFW should be your place of duty. We have blood pressure checks, HIV testing, depression screening, prostate cancer for the males, and who may or may not be getting their prostates checked. We have a vendor there that will be, and he is actually a part of the Triple Nickel and the VFW, and he is a survivor of prostate cancer. So he will be there to share some tips with you. We will have Humana there to talk to you about how you can get some healthcare refunds. We will have the VA VSO there to talk to you about education benefits and burial benefits. We will have a disability organization there to talk about, we don't want our disabled, or some people will say differently abled, family members and friends to, just go set everything out. There's some things that can be done. As even if people have disabilities, they may not be able to do it the way that we can do it, but they can still do things. So that vendor will be there. Unfortunately, 22 veterans commit suicide on the daily basis. So we will have an organization there to talk about suicide prevention. If you know some veterans that are homeless, we have the Georgia Department of Veteran Services that will be talking about transitioning from homelessness to permanent housing. In addition to Joseph and Sarah Caring for Veterans, we'll have a table there. They do the same thing. We have an organization there to provide care if you have a family member that needs to transition into hospice. We have a network of primary care it's a network of primary care givers. If someone is in need of finding a primary care provider, that person will be there. We have Walgreens that will be there giving flu shots for those uninsured personnel. And if you are not able to take the flu shot on that day, then they'll give you a voucher to get the flu shot. We have other nonprofit organizations like Georgia Military Women Veterans will be there. If you're looking to get involved, that's a great organization. We will have the
Excellent.
Fairburn Fire Department there. We may have some high schoolers out there that may be interested in a career in as a firefighter, and we will also have the Fairburn Police there. We will have we will have folks there to help you park your vehicle so we can make the best use of our space, because we think we will have a lot of people there. We will have our in-house Army recruiter, Sergeant First Class Fuller, in addition to a Marine Corps recruiter that will be in the house again for our youngsters that may not know what they want to do. I'm not a recruiter, but I would tell you, when I was young, I was going to school part-time, working part-time, getting nowhere fast. So the Army was the best thing for me. We will have a table for the VFW if you're interested in joining our wonderful team with our wonderful commander. And I'm not just saying it because he's on the line. He is an awesome commander, and we appreciate him stepping up. We will have a table there for the triple nickels if you are interested in becoming a triple nickel. We've just made contact with our oldest living triple nickel, 102 years old. He'll actually be 103. He lives in Tampa, Florida, and his name is JJ Corbett. And we will have Veterans Helping Veterans. We'll have a recruiting table there. So those are just some of the services that we will be providing. Wow. And we hope that you spread the word. We want to serve everyone that wants to be served. And we take pleasure and pride in the opportunity that you've given us today to be on the platform.
Big time, Cynthia. And even if they didn't register already for all of those lovely tables and services that you already mentioned, that QR code right there on my background right there, that's the QR code for the event tomorrow, as well as I will be sitting at the front door with my laptop to catch more registrations. So if you haven't already registered, folks who are listening, come on out anyways, and we'll get you registered right there at the door, because we're going to have a lot of food out there. We already, I think we have a count of 75 people going shopping.
Well, we have 105 people that have registered to date. And what I didn't say is that we're going to have lunch for you. We're going to have sandwiches. So you get the option. We want to be healthy. So you get the option to have a sandwich from Chick-fil-A, or you get a smoothie. If you opt for the smoothie or the sandwich, everyone gets a bag of chips. Everyone gets a bottle of water.
Wow.
Yeah,
man, this is amazing. I'm like, I'm glad we had the opportunity to talk about it. And you know, in doing what I do with Helmets to Boots, we actually run an event in partnership with the Atlanta Airport Chamber every Thursday at the rooftop. And so it's helping entrepreneurs and everybody in the community figure out what's going on, right? So we talked about it last night. There was probably about 20 veterans that showed up, and they were like, hey, what's going on in Fairburn? You know, like this is new. And that's one of the things that I love doing what I do, is because, you know, Mr. Nobody over here, I'm going to always talk to people about the stuff that we don't know in our community. And so with talking with Commander Baker, you know, we're in the Veteran Coalition Foundation, and the biggest thing now is trying to basically take everybody, all these veteran service organizations that are all moving in different silos, and trying to bring them together so we can all be one force. So Prentice, tell me a little bit about your vision for this event. And then, you know, I think it's amazing how you guys pulled in, what is it, Cynthia, about 5 different organizations all together, without including the Georgia Department of Veteran Services and all the other government agencies?
The sponsoring organizations are 3: Veterans Helping Veterans, the VFW, and the Triple Nickels. In addition, and I have to go back, I would be remiss if I didn't say, We have been staunch supporters of Feeding Georgia Families, and she's been a staunch supporter for us. We remember her in the basement at the VFW. We followed her to an open parking lot in Fairburn. We then followed her to West
church.
Point Street, right there off of
Old National.
Old National. So yes, and we'll
Mhm.
follow her to the new location, and
Okay.
she will have a table there for anyone who's experiencing food insecurities. Feeding Georgia Families is the organization that we partner with. We have a liaison in the Triple Nickel and the VFW with Feeding Georgia Families, and they are staunch supporters of us, and we are staunch supporters of them.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey,
So tell us a little bit about your vision with this event and then future events, because again, we're trying to blow this thing up as much as possible, and we know it's needed across the board. So yeah, tell us a little bit about the commander's vision.
well, let me just start off saying I'm super excited to be the host site sponsor for this event here. And I don't say this lightly here. I'm very selective of who we partner with, because a lot of people talk the talk, but they don't want to get out there and do the work. All three of these organizations are the Triple Nickels Veterans. You can see what they do at the grassroots level. So if you walk through this door and want to come in this office and talk to me about sponsoring an event, I got to know what you're doing. And Feeding Georgia Families, I've been working with them, like I said, since the and so my vision was, hey, let's bring these organizations together, which they've already done, and we've been doing it for several years, and continue to grow this here so we can reach our community, these veterans, because we know a lot of the health concerns and issues that we face adversely affect our community. And when I say our community, I'm talking about the African American community. I'm talking about the veterans community. I'm talking about the disadvantaged community or the underinsured community. And I got three mottos that I like to say when it comes to providing the mission here when you start talking about health. First, health is wealth. I don't care how much money you got. If you losing your health, that money don't mean a thing to you. So health is wealth. Trying to inform our people to stay healthy and do those things early to prevent some of these diseases and things that adversely affect us. Next thing is motion is lotion. You got to be moving. That's why I stay active, man. Motion is lotion. I'm gonna hit that golf ball. I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna move around the house. My wife said, "You're more busy now since you retired." I said, "I know. I can't sit around the house and get inactive. I got that motion is lotion." And the last thing, which is probably the most important, and my vision for this thing, knowledge is the key when it comes to health concerns. And this organization, these group of individuals have brought all these resources together to provide that knowledge to all these different adversely affected individuals that we talked about, the veterans. They got something to address the veterans. We got something to address the homeless and the food disadvantaged who need food. You got to feed people. Like I said, you can talk to me all day. And that's why I love Allie. You can talk to and Feeding Georgia Family. You can talk to me all day about, hey, what you gonna do? But if I'm hungry and I can't get no food, then guess what? My stomach is growling. I don't hear anything you hear. It's never been a time so that I reached out to Feeding Georgia Families that I do. And so as you can sort of see is hey, all these organizations got their niche of what they're doing. And so when we all get together, we're more powerful. So when Cynthia came to me 3 or 4 months ago and said she wanted to do it, when I know I got Cynthia involved, I got Tiffany involved, I got Mr. Herman involved, and Allie, man, the only thing they say, hey, show up and look pretty, put this hat on and get excited about it, Commander, because they do all the leg work and I just open the door. But all honestly, and I'm telling you, and that's key, because a lot of time as the commander, a lot of people come and drop something on your desk, but you got to do all the work. You got this thing here. The only thing I have to do is allocate resources. And it's going to also give me a great opportunity to showcase some of the things that we're doing here. This is going to be the first time we get to utilize that remodeled kitchen we got. Is about 95% complete, man. All my stainless steel tables in there, man. And I'm excited to show it out. We done remodeled the bathroom. So all of those things is that we're able to do in the VFW is because the people on this stream, the donations, the time, their support allows us to do that. So going forward, we got a couple of things here. Is I tell everybody, I say, hey, I don't never have a problem with VFW Post 6449. We never have a problem recruiting because we'll do things like this in the community. People see you do things like this in the community, and they want to be a part of it. So this health fair, they walk in there and say, hey, you know what? I promise you, tomorrow it'll be some veterans walk through this door. Never heard of VFW Post 6449, never heard of the Triple Nipples, never heard of Veterans Helping Veterans that's going to want to join these organizations because of what we're doing in the community. Next month, on the 29th of October, we open our doors to the first responders luncheon. We've been doing that for the last 5 years. Our firemen, our policemen, EMTs, we all in South Fulton, Fairburn, Union City, Palmetto, we bring them in and we feed them and we let them know, hey, we appreciate what they're doing in the community. Guess what that also do? Inevitably, one or two of them firemen have been in the military, one or two of them. And so what you want to surround yourself with good people who is focused on being a servant leader to get them to join your organization so you can do things like this. So from the big vision is hey, we're addressing the need in our community, but we're also building a bench to be able to do more things because of the work that we are doing or what we're doing on this string.
And Prentice, you forgot one. Let's love that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All the way 100%. Look at how the city of Fairburn has embraced us and came and paved our parking lot. Finally. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Prentice. We got some pavement in our parking lot. The wheelchairs can go up the ramp easily. The slow walkers don't have to trip. You know, the ladies with the cute shoes. Amen.
Amen.
Boots the
And the last
heel.
thing for me, when people saying you're trying to do something to actually help the community, it's always a lot easier to get help. If you talk about what you're going to do and they never see it, so I'm a strong believer is, hey, your actions and your word speaks for yourself. Once you start doing that, other people. That's how I got in touch with Veterans Helping Veterans and Feeding Joy to Family. They didn't come in, they just say, hey, I want to do some work. And I said, man, them the harder working organizations, Feeding Joy to Family. I said, they just asked for a spot in my basement. And I'm telling you, so we've been in partnership for the last 6 to 7 years. Because I know what they're doing. I believe in their mission. They believe in our mission, and all those things connect together. And that's what I'm all about. If you're just about to talk, you probably need to go and talk to another post down south or up north, not this one in Fairburn, Georgia.
Hey, and knowing you, my friend, you are definitely a man of action. So I believe it when you say it. And then you made some key points. You know, you said health is wealth, and then motion is lotion. That's the biggest thing for a lot of us when we get out the military. We don't have that requirement to move and do PT, and then we start hurting. And then unfortunately, the answer from our counterpart is to give us a lot of drugs to try to fix stuff when God made it to where we should just be moving in the first place. And then, I love that last one. Knowledge is key. I always said the Bible will tell you, we'll perish for a lack of knowledge. And in the veteran space, especially with, the active component makes up 7% of the world and the veterans make up 3%. You got 90% of the world we're trying to go back into, acclimate into something that we was taken out of and transform to do something different. And now we got to get all this knowledge, but then these resources exist like what you guys are doing and nobody knows. And that's what gets me the most part is that I love what you guys are doing, but we don't get the advertisement as much as it would be if there was a fight or a shootout or something crazy on the news. Like there's always a lot of negativity going on, but we need more support when it comes to stuff like that. So I don't want to forget about Miss Alicia over there. I want to make sure, like you said, she's in the basement. So we're going to bring her out today. We're going to bring her out. Okay. Miss Alicia, we want you to tell us a little bit about, your enthusiasm in this, your piece in this. And again, the commander said some great things about you. So tell us a little bit about your vision and what you want to see out of this event.
And so I appreciate the kind words. I'm also of the belief that we can do more together. So this partnership between all of these organizations, especially the VFW, is instrumental into what we do. We couldn't do what we do without them. And so first and foremost, thank you to all of you for your continued support over all of these years. We've been able to expand and serve more veterans. with your assistance and with your help and with your donations. So we're stuck like Luke, right? Like let's say, we're in it for life. They're part of our family now, and so when they ask me for anything, it's not even a question. It's how am I going to make this happen? So part of what we're trying to do is expand and create accessibility into our communities. Everyone doesn't have the same capacity, even just for transportation. And so the VFW has been really instrumental in just kind of championing in all of our ideas and crazy goals. And they're like, yes, absolutely. How can we help? One of the latest things that we've done is the food locker at the VFW. And so like, that was one of my crazy ideas. And they said, absolutely, when, where, how can we help? And we got it done. And so thank you so much for doing that, for being open to all of our ideas and how we can kind of expand and help our community members. It's appreciation doesn't even begin to explain how we feel. And I'm not going to cry on the
Now,
radio.
Lisa, not to cut you off. Yeah, not to cut you off, but expand on that. I know we're here talking about the health fair, but let's talk about the food locker. This is a great opportunity to let the community know what's going on. And I think that's huge, especially when it comes to our homeless veterans and unhoused situation and so forth. So can you expound upon that a little bit?
So we have a locker system that has 16 lockers. We replenish the locker every week. Families are able to text into us. There's a sign up front. They send a text, they get a locker number and an access code. It's that simple. They open it up, they take their food out. It creates accessibility, number one. Two, they don't have to worry about having to meet this, that, or the other person. They can do it anonymously. So it gives them that a sense of like, because a lot of people, they don't want to admit that they need help. And so this gives an option for those families as well, that we can reach out to them and they can get the help that they need as well.
And keep their dignity and keep their dignity.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Dignity is everything for us.
And Allie, I'm telling you, I was up here. It was one Sunday, or one day, I'm up there every week, and it was raining outside, and I saw a car. I said, "Who pulling up in the park beside me?" I'm just continuing doing what I'm doing, and I saw him use that locker, a young family man. They came up there too. I'm telling you, it blessed my heart because and this is the first time that I've been here that I actually seen somebody coming and using. People been using it, but just so happened I had never been here. And the system is working great. I am telling you, they were so happy when they pulled those things out. I was watching them from afar. They didn't know what my role was. I didn't question them. They didn't question me. But I'm telling you, so that is some data point that it is working exactly like it's supposed to, and I'm glad it is.
And Prentice, this is 24/7.
Yes. But now the park is open 24/7. They used to lock the park off at night, but now the new administration said, hey, people need access to the park, and so they can come in any day and night if they need to get to that locker. And she allocated so many lockers to the VFW too. So as a part of our feeding pantry, we fill those up. My team is coming up with a pre-planned meal to go in our boxes, and they're gonna present that to me tomorrow. And every week we're gonna make sure that those boxes are stocked. And so that's working very well for the community.
Oh, that's amazing. I know.
Germany.
Yeah, Tiffany.
Yes. First of all, I want to thank Cynthia and Tiffany. We started Veteran Helping Veteran 15 years ago, and they were part of the original founding group of me and my buddy Louis Jackson and Temple Woods and Theotis. We met for 6 months, once a week, to put all this stuff together. And the other guys are Vietnam Air veterans. Cynthia and Tiffany are younger people, and they are. I know Louis would be proud of them. I'm proud of them. So
and we're proud of you.
Big time.
Just a couple other the item behind Tiffany is is Eventbrite. So if you that's the QR code. So go to Eventbrite, and if you sign up, if you're not signed up, show up anyway, and we'll take care of you. And one other thing is, as far as wealth, is we also find when you start an organization, is there's lot of people what set me and Lewis off were there were a lot of people underserved and wasn't getting their benefits because we are Vietnam veterans, we have been in Agent Orange, and the other people were getting 100%. We were getting zero. So that fired us up, and that's how you get wealth. You have money that you earn, and you're not getting it.
Say that.
Yeah. And a lot of time we look at the monetary part of life talking about wealth, but in this community, I mean, we've all shed blood together, we've all fought together, and we have a different characteristic than the average person because we all serve together. So when we reach out, and I think that Cynthia was saying it earlier, we have the 22-day veteran challenge and so forth for suicide awareness. We're losing people because we don't understand the wealth of people. Not only just we joke and banter about Air Force and Army and all this other stuff, and which branch is best, which Army is the only branch.
You
but,
know it. You know it.
You put that out there. Sorry, Mr. Herman, but it is what it is.
Well,
And
we Air Force guys know you Marines and whatever, so it is what it is.
Yeah, we let y'all aim high, but everybody came from us. So we just continue doing that. But we lose the camaraderie and we lose the togetherness in the veteran space. So when you start looking at the wealth, when they talk about going back to biblical, love thy neighbor as you love thyself. But we served a different purpose. And we all have done, whether it's whatever era, from Vietnam to now. It could be from World War II to now. But we've all served and we forget that unity. So seeing something like this health fair and bringing us together and doing stuff in the community is amazing. Because, my thing was, like you said earlier, Mr. Herman said, hey, you're a younger generation. All I heard was the VFW and the Legions and the DAVs was booze and bingo. Well, I don't drink. You know what I'm saying? I don't do bingo. But I need a place where I can have people to understand. And when you see an organization get out in the community and do stuff and say, hey, we're here, and bring those resources to you versus us going to the VA and being denied. That's the biggest thing, going to places and being denied and being turned away. You get discouraged. And a lot of times when you go root cause analysis, the minute you get no so many different times, and we're not used to no in the military, we get something and we fix it or we execute. Well, that doesn't happen. No is not acceptable. And now all of a sudden you can't feed your family, or you don't have the finances, or one paycheck away from being broke. And then it just keeps spiraling and life keeps happening. Stuff like this health fair is huge and it's needed. So I'm looking forward. I'm gonna be there tomorrow. Like I said, I'm advertising as best as I can. I know we're underneath a 10-minute window, and I would like to talk to everybody that's on here. Like, what would you, if you could tell a veteran right now about this health fair to get them to come? If somebody just walked in your space, like, hey, you know what? Why would you want them to be there?
It's a one-stop shop. Go ahead. Everybody's so excited. It's a one-stop shop for everything that you just said. You can get everything under one roof tomorrow, right away. Go ahead.
Yes. If I'm going to answer your question, but I would also like to thank the committee that we put together. Of course, we had Tiffany on the team, Joanne Lester, George Fields, Tara Cranford, and also Ken Dodd. So the three organizations that are hosting had those folks on the team. So my face is up here, but I want to let you know that those others were doing work behind the scenes as well. And why should you come there? You get medical advice, you get food, and the last hour will be line dancing. So bring your boots so we can put them on the ground. Bring your fans. So when they say where them fans at, so we're going to have a ball. It's an event that you do not want to miss. Each organization is donating or raffling off 4 items per hour. So every 15 minutes, we'll be raffling something off. We're giving out food, gift cards, smartwatches. So you want to be there.
Okay.
Okay. Prentice, I
And
seen
from
you had your hand up real quick.
yeah, the one thing that I want everybody to know, this is a no judgment zone. For a lot of years, when you start looking at mental wellness, people, it was a stigma associated to you. We don't care if you're hungry. We don't care what's your problem. You will not be judged when you walk through this doors of this VFW on tomorrow. Everybody is welcome, open arm. And like I say, it's no reason to suffer in silence. If you need a private office space to talk to a professional about what's going on. I remember when my young years in the military, man, if you tell people you was depressed or you mental health, man, that was a stigma on you, man. So a lot of us suffered in silence no matter what we was going through. But this is, we're removing that stigma. You walk through our doors, you're going to be accepted, you're going to be welcome, and you're not going to be judged. And we're going to do everything in our power to assist you and meet you at your point of need.
Wow.
Yes. True.
Yeah, I appreciate that too, because me being an intelligence guy, that was part of the job. You couldn't, I meet a lot of intelligence soldiers with this side of the house, and they're like, if you said something, you would lose your job. So that stigma then played out throughout the time, and it's like, for most of us, it's like suck it up and drive on, suck it up and drive on. Well, you can't do that no more in this space, and I'm glad that you guys are actually putting that out as the climate, because we do have, with the different administrations and things going on, so many different characteristics and different backgrounds and new lifestyles and so forth, that a lot of veterans shy away from coming somewhere because of judgment. So thank you for that. And let me see, wait, Mr. Herman, he didn't drop
Yeah,
off, did he?
I'm here.
Okay.
Well, what I'm going to do is I got a couple guys in my organization that are good at the telephone. So I'm gonna call them, call a neighbor, call a friend, and tell them about the event tomorrow.
Please.
Okay.
I
Ms.
want
Carolyn?
Allie to talk about. I want Allie to talk about what's in the produce lineup for tomorrow, or what will we be putting in the bags to give people an idea of what kind of items they'll be able to cook tomorrow.
Yes.
Wait, I
So
want to get that last question, though. I want her to answer that. Like, if you met somebody today, yeah, what would you? Why would you tell them they need to come out tomorrow?
Okay.
Yes, you, ma'am. You meet veterans all the time. That's right.
well, fresh produce, fresh local and regional produce. That's number
Mhm.
one. You want health is wealth, right? So you want to make sure they're getting that good stuff. Also, everything else is entwined with it. So get that massage and get these resources together. Having everything in one place is so instrumental to what we're doing, because having to go to this place, that place, the other place, it really turns people off. They may not be able to do it. So having these organizations come together like this is super important. I think everybody should come out, take advantage of these resources. If they know somebody that needs these resources, bring them along with them, let them know about it. Don't keep it to yourself. There's plenty for everyone. So just, spread the word and come on out and see what's available so that you can go out into your community and let others know as well.
Yep. And I don't want to forget Miss Carolyn over here, and then we'll jump back to you, Alicia, about the menu and everything. But yeah, Miss Carolyn.
I just want to say that I'm very impressed with what you put together. And I mean, I think you're on the right track, because in today's climate, with all this going on with our administration and all of that, a lot of us might end up needing help. So I think taking it to the community is a great idea. And I don't know what else. I know by mouth is a good way. Like, for instance, my sister lives in South Fulton. She is an educator. She's still working. She's my youngest sister. And she works at a school. She was coordinator of, she coordinates students that go out, I think, into the community or something like that. She's more now of an administrator. But she does have a lot of connections, and I would definitely tell her about it, because I think she could help spread the word about this. And I think having the unity of purpose and just pulling things together, because a lot of people don't want to go out somewhere, because you don't know what you're going to get. But I think just going into the community, that shows that you care. And if you're genuine and they can come back and see all that you have, I think that's really good. So I really appreciate that you're doing this, because we need more of this. And we have a whole lot of other people out there who are not veterans who need this.
Definitely.
So I think if all of us just do a little bit, that's what I try to do to help. Herman's involved with the VA, but it's not like hands off if he needs me to help him do something. But he keeps a tight-knit group. But I am involved with community outreach work. We have COP Collaborative, and we have like even in our subdivision, what we call Port. So every second Wednesday, we get a list from food pantries. They tell us what they need, and so we eat. I went shopping because I wanted to see, and as high as things are, I mean, it's hard if you need. We have food insecurity in the schools and all of that. So you put it out. So I you feel good because giving is something that I care about, and so I care about the service that veterans have, provided. And so I think this is great. I've never seen anything. I'm really interested in the food locker because I volunteer. I'm not volunteering over there now, but I volunteered previously at our church. We have a food bank, and we had non-perishables for homeless people. But I don't know how do you set this up? Because
Miss Carolyn, I hate to cut you off because we're under 4 minutes right now,
okay.
And I wanna jump back over to Miss Alicia. With veterans, it's two things that get us to come out, right? Good information and good food. Tell us about this great food that you got coming down, and we'll go from there. And then I'll reach out to you and talk to you offline about some of the other stuff that you guys have. But yeah, before we close out, we want to make sure we see what's on the menu.
So we'll
About
have
2 minutes,
cabbage.
like 2 minutes. Yes, please.
Yeah, no worries. Cabbage. We have squash, zucchini, tomatoes, peppers, bell peppers. Yeah, we're gonna have a variety of produce. We're gonna have some non-perishables as well, some snack things. We kind of well-rounded, but we're heavy on the produce and making sure that we get those fresh foods.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. If you guys can go ahead and put out the information again for tomorrow. What's the address? We know it's the VFW, but what's the address? How can we meet you guys?
Well, it's going to be at 1669 Park Road. And if you come to Fairburn, that's going to be inside of Duncan Park. We're on the backside of Duncan Park. The 1669 Park Road will bring you right to the front door of the VFW. But if you come on Rivertown Road and you get lost, just come inside of Duncan Park and you can't miss us on the backside on the hill.
Thank you,
We'll get
sir.
started tomorrow from about 12 to 4. We'll open the doors at about 12 and we'll go to 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So we got 4 good hours to fellowship and to address healthcare concerns and needs tomorrow. And then Cindy gonna teach all us how to line dance.
There
She's
you
been trying
go.
to teach
There
me
you
for about
go.
8 years, and
Bring your
Okay.
books,
I got
bring
2
your
left feet.
fans. And
Okay.
please use that QR code. Let us know you're coming so we'll make sure we have enough food for you.
And I'll be at the front door signing people in as well.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming out today. Again, we're down to 1 minute. I am your host, Jeremy Walker, again with Helmets to Boots, and with my beautiful co-host, Tiffany Morman. We wanted to support you guys. Tiffany had a great idea about talking about it on this show, so we can make sure we help boost it. And that's what this is all about. It's having a great community that's trying to come together and make sure we do what we need to do for our veterans. So again, thank you guys for your service. Thank you for what you're doing tomorrow. I'm looking forward to coming out, even though I can't do the boots on the ground with the
Thank you, everybody.
I will
Thank you,
watch.
everybody.
Thank you again. We love y'all. And again, thank you guys for tuning in for WCEG Talk Radio. This is Veteran 2.0, and you guys have a blessed and wonderful weekend.
Thank you, you too.
See you tomorrow.